Hello everybody, it's Bank Holiday Monday evening and this is yesterday's Sunday's car boot buys from Shrewsbury Car Boot. I finally got around to emptying the car and now it looks like I'm doing an actual bring and buy sale. I mean, it's literally everywhere. There's so much to show you, so many fabulous things. Starting with my dress. I wouldn't normally have a bit of a Lolita red dress on at this time on what feels like a Sunday night, on a Monday night. Normally I'll be in pyjamas by now, but I wanted to show it you because it was £1. Didn't haggle because I bought a load of toys. The toys I'm going to have to show you in a separate reel because that won't be for everybody. But for those of you with little children or like me, grandchildren, then oh my gosh, the stuff I bought for them yesterday for next to no money was absolutely fantastic, especially with the summer holidays coming up. If you're looking for things to entertain the kids, I spent probably about £10-12 on my grandchildren. The garage is just full of stuff. The car was full of stuff. So I'll show you that separately tomorrow. And that's the reason that I didn't haggle on the dress for £1. I didn't offer 50p because the lady would let me have all these toys, diggers and sit-on risers and an electric police motorbike and things for next to nothing. So this is the dress, £1. I am piling it on at the moment. I've never been so big. However, hey ho, it's summer. But yeah, nice and loose. So £1 for that. Again, I wasn't shopping for clothes. Right, let me show you my house bits that I've bought. So two lovely ladies. I said I'd say hello to Sarah and Caroline, who got the nicest stall there. Again, I've got to start taking pictures of, I just get so carried away when I see a lovely stall, but I've got to start taking photos to show you how beautiful some of these stalls are. I bought these tie backs from them. They were £1 a pair. Look at them, absolutely gorgeous. I also bought from them this very Gucci-esque bag. I think they were asking £2 for this. Most of the things I bought from them, I didn't haggle on and I didn't knock them down in price. But this one I did say, can you take £1? And I think the reason that I did that was I was on a £9 tally. And this would have tipped me over to 11 quid. So I said, please can I offer you £1 for that? And we'll call it a tenner. And they very nicely obliged. I thought that was quite cute. I've got another bag, not from those ladies, but from somewhere else. Not too sure about this. Don't know if I'm too old to get away from it with it. I guess it's based on the Louis Vuitton ones. Clearly, it's not trying to be Louis Vuitton. No one's going to pretend that it is. It is just a little cutesy, cheap and cheerful bag. Very cheap. He was asking £1 and I paid him 50p for it. It's in really nice condition. But like I say, yeah, am I a little bit too old to get away with these little bags? I don't know. Maybe one of my daughters will like it. I got these lanterns, these hurricane lanterns. Nice lady. Oh, let me hold them up to show you. And funnily enough, I said to her, how much are the lanterns? And she said, oh, £2. And I said, oh, great. Went to say, I'll have them. And then she went, each. And I was like, oh, I don't want to pay £2 each for them. And she said, is 3 any good to you? And I said, no, I only want to pay 2. And she said, if you'll do £2.50, you can have them. So at £2.50, we had a deal. So I thought they were quite nice. So need to find some candles to go in them. Talking of candles, I did actually buy some, but not really suitable for that. I got these ones. They're just the ones that you pick up in Aldi. I think they're maybe like 4 or 5 quid. Number 2, number 3. From the outside, a little bit, I thought, oh gosh, they've been used. It's going to be dipped inside. But actually they haven't. I think they may have melted a little bit. And then another one here without the lid. They were 50p each, which I thought was a great buy. And I offered her £1 for the 3. And she said, yes, so it's 33p each instead of, I don't know, what are they, 4 or 5 quid each? Quite a nice saving. I bought this from a lady. The price on the bottom was £2. I don't know if you can see that there. And I paid £1 for it. It's just a cute, it's not silver. It's a silver coloured metal, but it's not sterling silver or EPNS or anything. It's just quite a contemporary little pot, which I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. Can't put earrings in because they'll probably fall through, but I'll sit it on the side somewhere. From the same lady, I bought this. Oh, bear with me. Fortnum & Mason. We were trying to decide if it was a wine holder or if it was for a magnum of champagne. I love my Fortnum & Mason. I get a basket most Christmas, one of the hampers, very lucky. Although I'm going to start saying to my daughters to wait until Boxing Day because they all drop down about 70%. So they need to start doing that. I'm happy to wait a day for my Christmas present. I got the picnic hamper for my 50th a couple of weeks ago, which is lovely. And I make it last all year. I don't dive in. I'll be like, right, 1 month, I'll be like, right, okay, I'm going to get the jam out and I'm going to get the biscuits out. I'm going to get the chocolate out. So, you know, I really do treasure it. Anyway, back to this one. So this wine bottle holder had got a price tag of it of £10. Obviously, my first question was there anything inside? And she said, no, it's empty, which is a shame. And she said, but you can have it for a £5 if you want. And I said, I wouldn't pay a £5 for it, but I'll give you £3 if that's any good to you. And I can't remember in the end if we settled on £4 or £4.50. She was a lovely lady. She drove a hard bargain, good for her. But yeah, it was either £4 or £4.50. But I thought that'll look nice on top of my dresser in the kitchen with all of my baskets that I've got in there. Back to Sarah and Caroline, the two ladies that I mentioned with the nicest stall. I bought this seashell from them for £1. It's actually got a couple of little shells inside as well. I bought, I think I got this from them for £1. I think that was from them. I could be muddling that up. And this tray, if I can get to it. In fact, let me show you what's on the tray first. This little duck from a different stall altogether. I quite like these. They're quite cute, aren't they? Quite collectible. This was £1 and I offered 50p and I definitely thought that was going to be a no. And it was a yes. So that was a great buy for 50p. Oh, I got these. Again, I'm probably too old to be thinking about having all these like Ibiza style clips and things in my hair. But it still didn't stop me buying them. Rita Ora, I think for Primark, is it? Yeah, Rita Ora for Primark. They were 50p. I thought they'd be quite cute, you know, to kind of put through your hair if your hair is braided during the summer months. I got this tin. Now, who did I get this from? I've forgotten. But anyway, I either paid £1 or 50p for it. It might have been 50p. I can't remember. I bought so much stuff. I normally am very good at remembering the prices. It definitely wasn't more than £1. What I liked about it is it's to commemorate Queen Elizabeth's 95th birthday, and it's from the Royal Collection of Tins. These are pretty collectible. If you get an American buy for these, you can be talking around about £70-80. Even in the UK, maybe around the £40-50 mark for a tin like this. So that was a nice 50p or a nice pound, nice bit of profit in that one. I got these tiles. And in fact, I think the lady that I bought the tin from is who I bought the tiles from as well. I think that's the case. I think that everything was 50p each. So the tiles were 50p each. These are just nice little white and blue. Don't know what I'm going to do with them. I've got big ideas of having a summer kitchen. Whether it'll be this house or the next, we shall see. I've been talking about a summer kitchen for the last 8 years. We need a summer first, don't we? So yeah, I paid £2 for the tiles and the tin. I think that's what we decided on. I got this for my granddaughter. I'm not going to show you toys as such today. I'll need to do that on a separate reel. But I said, oh, I'll take the lunchbox, please, which was 50p. And she said, oh, there's actually a jigsaw inside. So then I thought, gosh, that's a really good buy for 50p, and it's a chunky jigsaw. So I'm going to put that away for my granddaughter's second birthday in a couple of weeks. That'll be a nice little present to wrap up for her. I got this tray. This was £2. This is what I was trying to get to. So for the lovely ladies with the loveliest stall there, I couldn't see that it was marked because they've got all sorts of stuff obviously set out on it. Not too fussed about that. I shall just paint over it, or I might not. I might just fill it with lots of stuff myself. I've got a bathroom cabinet that I'm going to sit it on top. Might be a little bit wide, but I thought it was so pretty. It's just a TK Maxx one. I think the sticker is, yeah, £12.99 price tag on the bottom. So £2, not a bad buy. I bought two really lovely mirrors. I'm just going to get to them now. So this one, it's your classic vintage heavyweight. Don't want to drop it. You know, you'll recognise it, won't you? You'll have seen these. She got a sticker on it of £5. Again, nice girl. And I offered £3, which gave me room to meet in the middle at 4, but I didn't need to because she said, yeah, okay. She said, are you a reseller? And I said, I am, yeah. She said, right, okay, you know, good. I think that's great. And I paid £3 for this one. And then another one, which is equally lovely and older. It's one of these frameless mirrors. It's a bit mucky. I'm guessing it's been in someone's shed. It's a bit rusted on the screws, so I will need to clean it up. But yeah, that's my other one. And look at the detail on it. I'm trying not to blind you with the ring light. And then it's got a transfer, which would have been added at a later date, which I think I'm going to leave in place of some little butterflies. So that is, again, a nice big, oh, you can see all around the house, you can see all the mess, on its original chain as well, which is always handy. £2 for that one. I mean, £2, blimey, that's great, isn't it? I can't remember what she started off asking, but I know I went in with £2 and I got it for £2. Maybe she's asking 3. I bought a trough. I put it on my Instagram stories yesterday, so you'll have seen this already. Oh my God. Blimey neck. And I'm always moaning about my knees and my back and everything not working properly. It's because I'm constantly lugging these things around. So this trough, not hugely old, but of some age and really nicely weathered. So yeah, I think I hesitate because I sell, you know, my fair amount of stuff on, but I think I'm going to keep this. I thought that'd be nice with herbs in it. I'm going to put it down, it's too heavy. Oh, and I paid £4, he was asking 5, wouldn't accept 3, met me in the middle of 4, and I'm pleased with that. It's got some nice, I'm not going to attempt to show you because I might drop it, but it's got some nice drainage holes already in it as well, which is good. I bought a bag full of, not very exciting, but I will show you, a bag full of tea lights. Again, just thinking summer barbecues, dining outside, that was £1 for the bag full. I got this lamp and she was asking £2 and I offered £1 and she said no. I said, does it work? And she said, yes, it does, it works fine. And it does, I've switched on, it works beautifully. And so we met in the middle at £1.50. I thought that was very, very cute. Very, what's the saying? Very, I keep forgetting, cottagecore, that's the buzzword, isn't it? So yeah, so I thought that was quite sweet. I got some baskets, more baskets. They were 50p each. That one, which is just your classic modern woven hemp basket. And then these two, I've had to look, they've got a special name. This one's got an African name, which I've forgotten. But I did look it up. So 50p for that one and 50p for this one, bread basket. I thought they were really nice. These are always handy in the summer, again, just to, you know, put your bread rolls or even just you know, any fruit or what have you. If you're doing sliced melon, they're nice to put on and then put outside on the table. I got, now this really is thinking ahead. I got 2 packs of crackers, 50p a pack. Again, I didn't haggle because they were 50p a pack. I mean, what was I going to do? Knock it down to 20p each. Even I'm not that bad. So yeah, so they're going up the loft, ready for Christmas, which will soon be here, let's face it. Time just flies. I bought this cutesy. It's not real fur. It's faux fur. It's Marks and Spencer's one. It was £1. It was from the ladies with the lovely stall. So this was part of my £10 I had with them. I love these things. I was actually thinking for my granddaughter, it looked a little bit littler when it was hanging up, but now that I've got it back, it is going to be for me. So yeah, so that was £1. I bought, again, not going to try and show you children's things. I'll do that separately tomorrow or later on in the week. But just to give you an idea, my eldest daughter bought a lovely little book for my granddaughter. It was from the toy shop in Ironbridge, for anybody that's local. Lovely, lovely shop. And she said, Mum, it was the cheapest book in there. She said, so I let her grab that one. And I said, how much was it? And she said, £8.99. And I nearly fell off my chair. I was like, oh. She's like, Mum. And then all my girls are like, Mum, you got to get with it, you know. God, your idea of money and all the rest of it. But I was like, £8.99. I'll get those for 20p each. Actually, these were 50p each and I got 3 for £1. But this is just to demonstrate my point. So we've got Neon Leon, which is going to go away, again, for my granddaughter's birthday, as a little stocking filler for her to open. And then these two, which are a little bit scuffed on the corners, only minor, and she'd do that anyway. So she can have these ones now, a Sophie doll one and then a Tyrannosaurus one, dinosaur one. So £1 for those 3. And then these, a different store. They were, honestly, if you're local, Shrewsbury car boot sale, which is at the West Midlands Showground, it's great for getting children's stuff. There just seems to be an abundance of children's clothes and children's toys. And also very nice householdy things as well, and always very good prices, and mostly everything is lovely. So this one again for my granddaughter, not doing toys, but I'll just very quickly show you that this one, I said, how much is the book? And she said it's £1. And before I had chance to say, would you take 50p? She said, actually, she said, you can have all the colouring books for £1. And I said, oh, what do you mean by the colouring books? Because there were some various colouring books underneath. And I didn't know if she just meant, you know, a few of those. And she said, no, the lot. She said, you can take them all for £1. So there's probably, I reckon, about 8 to 10 books there, £1 for the lot. So, you know, brilliant. Just over, what's that? Oh, hello. Oh, got the goosebumps. That was a bit weird. Did anybody see that then? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna, this lovely little pot, the lid has just appeared to have, oh my God, got goosebumps. That sent me a bit funny. We don't normally have weird stuff in this house. Not normally. The lid's just appeared to have fallen off. Let's say fallen off rather than flown off, or I'm not going to sleep tonight. Okay, let's put that back down. If that happens for a second time, I'm out of here, reel's over. Right, okay, I've completely lost my flow now. Where did we get to? Right, children's stuff again. Children's stuff that I'm not showing you tonight, but, and I will show it you separately, but shark fin, one of these floats. I mean, obviously you can't just leave your baby in the water with one of these on, but this is just to help with buoyancy. And then these very fancy, I keep seeing these when I go for a swim, fancy, what do you call them, armbands? Oh my God, that's just happened again. Did you hear that? I'm not even joking. Okay, I'm going to move that tin. Bloody hell. Right, it's that, can you see there? I don't like this. Okay, lid firmly on. Can you see that on camera? What on earth? Okay, I'm carrying on. Right. I've got goosebumps all over me now. Oh my God, I'm totally spooked. Okay, clothes. I'll just do a quick run through because I want to keep my eye on the tin. Gorgeous little gingham top. It's a 14, but it's got a little tie waist. So I thought that'd be nice for jeans. I'm trying really hard not to move up into a 14. I'm trying to stick at a 12 because I know if I go into a 14, I won't get back down to a 12. So yeah, so that one was £1. And then I bought these combat trousers, quite nice for the summer. Again, they're a 14 and they are quite a big 14, so they definitely need taking in, but they were £1. I bought this jacket, casual jacket, but quite nice, quite girly, not too sporty. And I can't remember if that was 50p or £1. I think that was £1 as well. I bought this linen dress. This was definitely £1. Still brand new with the tags on. I absolutely love linen in the summer and I love that colour, and it's down to, I don't know if you can see, it's just down to my knee. I thought that was so gorgeous. And then I bought this one. This is a thing that I wish I hadn't bought. I always say, there's always something when I come back and I think, oh, I could have done without that, I could have left that. And this is the thing that I was in two minds about, and I wish I hadn't bought it. And I'll tell you why. It's a Zara dress. I can't stand Zara. They drive me insane. The customer service is horrendous. They just couldn't give two hoots about the customers. So I've said to my daughters, no more asking for things from Zara for Christmas or birthday. I'm not doing it. I'm not spending my money in store. So that's my first reason. And then my second reason is that it's really lovely and summery looking. It's a little summer dress, but it's like quite a thick nylon, although I guess that will be okay in an English summer. But thinking on holiday, I mean, you'd just be, you know, way too hot if you were wearing that. I like to wear cottons and linens in the summer and let my skin breathe. But it was £1, so it's not the end of the world, and it is very pretty. I got these shoes, little slip-ons, 50p. It's that sort of Gucci, the what do they call it, the horse bit thing. Clearly not Gucci. I dare say they're Primark or similar, but 50p, and they fit me like a glove, and they look really pretty when they're on as well. I've got these trainers. They're just Primark ones. They need to go in the washing machine. Haven't tried them on. They're £1, so if they don't fit, it's only £1 that's being wasted. I got these for my granddaughter. These little boots, they look like little Doc Martens, and they've got pretty little bows on. They're a size 6. which I'm not too sure what size she is, but they look like they'll either fit her now or very soon. They were £1 as well. I also bought a little, oh my gosh, next age 2 to 3 denim dress. I can't show you because it's in the washing machine, but that was gorgeous. That was a 50p dress. And then I got this bedspread, which I think is just lovely. It's huge. It was from the same lady that I bought the trainers from. In fact, it's the bedspread that I saw first. It's an absolutely massive, it's vintage and it's reversible, and she was asking £2 and I paid £1.50, and we had a really lovely natter as well, so I would have paid £1.50 just for the chat because she was lovely. But yeah, I thought that was just gorgeous. I mean, look at the colours on it, really, really beautiful. I've also bought, and I don't for the life of me know where I've put it. Give me 2 ticks, let me see if it's in this one. Is this it? Yeah, I do know where I've put it. Sorry, I was going to say, I'm just keeping my eye on that tin in case it not happens again. Yeah, I bought a bag of pictures and they're lovely. So these ones, they're £1 each, and I got the 2 for £1.50. So they're just prints, they're not sketches, but really nice old-fashioned looking ones. Again, sorry, blinding you with the ring light. And then this one, which I thought was very, very funny. So the clever lady that I bought it from, sorry about the ring light, look, on the front it says, I wanted a pony. I said, oh, that's hilarious. And she said, oh, I actually put that on there. So yeah, I bought it for the frame, it was 50p, but I thought that was quite novel having that on there. And then I got this one, which was also 50p. It is a reproduction. It's not an original, it's not an antique. It's got a little bit of age, it's probably from the 90s. But in this house, so at the moment I'm stood in the dining hall, which is the original entrance hall to when it was a big old manor house. Half of it went derelict and was knocked down. But everywhere in my house I've just got, because I buy so much stuff, I've got all these beautiful features, you know, picture walls. We've got the archive and the original coving and what have you. So, I mean, that's a complete different array of styles there, but I think in old houses you can really get away with mixing up what you put on the walls. So I've got a gap in my bathroom wall. I've got a little space for a picture, so I'm hoping that that's going to fit there. If it does, I'll post it again to my Insta stories so that you can see. And I think that is everything aside from the mountain of toys, which I've yet to show you. So in total, I thought I'd spent about 60, but I think I actually only spent about 50 quid. And that was including all of the toys that I've yet to show you, which, like I say, is an electric ride-on cart and a digger and all sorts of a doll's house and a scooter. There's loads of bits. I'll try and do that in a quick 3-minute reel for anybody that's interested in the next day or two. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching and bearing with me, posting 36 hours later actually. And yeah, and I'm a little bit concerned. I might put this I might put this tin on the back step and leave it out there tonight. I'm not sure I want it in the house. Anyway, it's been a lovely bank holiday weekend, and lots of love to all of you. I look forward to sharing more bargains with you very soon.